Hello everybody, and what do? Bring you guys another analysis video here. And today we're going to look at Just a Bagel, Peach player that sent me this video that he wanted me to analyze of him versus this Joker. So if you guys have a match that you want me to analyze to help you out, or maybe there's somebody in the tournament that's pissing you off and you can't beat them, uh, send it to me and I'll analyze it. You can send it to me in my Discord, which is in the list. Oh, excuse me, can't talk today. You can send it to me in my Discord, which is in the link description below. Or if you're in the Peach and Daisy Discord, you could just message me in there and send it to me. Yeah. Also, I do give Peach and Daisy lessons. For the rest of March, the lessons are $5 an hour, and then April 1st, they go back to the regular price, which is $10 an hour. So if you're interested, let me know. And in the description below, I have how the lessons are structured and how they go. So if you think it's worth your time, message me. Okay, so let's check these out. Peach versus the Joker. Let's see what went down up in here. Alright. Them immediately went in throwing hands. But it's actually good to mix it up instead of picking up a turnip right away. Because sometimes people, they might just immediately rush you down while you're picking up a turnip. So every now and then mix up both options. That's good. And also this is good here. So you got comboed, right? He can't combo you anymore. So I think he can. Okay, you try to go for this. But you're like, you jumped out of it. Cool. You see him do the up B. And then instead of trying to land on top of Joker, like I see a lot of people doing this situation, they will just try to land on top of the opponent with something. Pull away, get space, boom, you land for free. Beautiful. Love to see it. Oh, you could have bared him. Here's one thing to keep in mind. If you see Joker do this, right? And you're around this position here, if you see him coming towards you, just get ready to attack him. Because I think he's committed to this move. No, I'm not sure if he can cancel it. But either way, at this range, he's most likely going to keep it going to like try to hit you. So line yourself up the way you are here. And as he gets close, bear him. It seems like you tried to attack him, but you didn't there. But yeah, at a position like that, just get ready to attack him. Okay, it seems like you like to approach in the air a lot, right? So the way you're approaching is not getting you anywhere, but at the same time, used properly, it won't be bad. Because you seem to have your back turned towards Joker, which is a good thing because you have access to your bear, which is frame 6 and has decent range, right? So yeah, you need to mix this up with like ground movement. Like you could ground float quickly and then just let go of it while dashing left and right to be very confusing. You mix that up with this floating that you do here, and it makes it hard for the opponent to tell how you're going to approach, because most of your approaches is just coming from the air. Also, another thing I wanted to talk about. See, now you're approaching like this, right? Your opponent can react to it. So it seems like Joker did, because he pulled back a little bit. Now you jump and you want to come at him with a fair at this range. You're not going to hit him at this range. If anything, this could lead to you getting hit by that projectile. To any character that has a projectile and you're doing stuff like this, you're just going to get hit and leave yourself open. Either that, or now Joker's right there, you're kind of forced on the defensive. But since he's in the animation doing projectile, you can like move away. So in this case, you could have ran away a bit and done bear instead of like doing this. Because now you put yourself in the air again and Joker's on the ground. So all Joker has to do is either wait for you to double jump again or come down with an aerial, and he stands right here where my mouse is. In case you lose track of it, my mouse is on Peach's face, the portrait, and I'm moving it up here. So right here, like under this platform, or even with Joker, he could just stand here, and if you come down with like a bear, he can punish your landing. See, you double jumped. See, if Joker would have waited, he would have punished you. And that's what I was saying. This situation, if that was me, I would wait. Because the moment people get close to each other, one person is thinking, oh, the other person's going to attack. And then they're going to react to said attack or aggressive option. So that's why in this case, if I was Joker, I would have waited to see if you would come down with an aerial. If you do, it's a free punish for me. If you jump, all I do is wait for the jump. You don't have your jump anymore. The only thing I have to look out for, specifically for Peach and Daisy, is if they have their float. If they do, I will stand in a spot where I can react to it. Right? If they float, then I just wait. But if you come down like this, then said what Joker was, he could have stood right there, come down with an aerial, punish your landing. But the fact that he decided to attack, you got away with it. I'm saying you're forcefully approaching with fair. Now here, right? You gotta pay attention more to the distance between you and your opponent, because you did this. He's far away. Though granted, you're probably assuming that he's gonna jump. And at times, I do that because people, they tend to jump out of this situation. I'm not gonna give you too much flack for it. But you saw how you miss? Now, since you miss, see where you are? I will be right here. Like my mouse is on Peach, the character on the stage. I'm moving my mouse a bit underneath the stage. So I'll be like right about here. Okay, now he's gonna be on the ledge. So by the time I get to him on the ledge, one, he's gonna have invincibility. So if I try to do anything, he could just hang there or go past me, right? So because of that, I will stand like under the platform around here. So that way, I would see I would check what he does. If he jumps, does a get up attack, roll, whatever, I can react to it. If I'm able to punish, I punish. If not, and if he gets up onto the stage, okay, now he's in the corner. So he doesn't have much room to breathe. If he does anything crazy or reckless, he's going off the stage. If you mess up for whatever reason, you got all this space behind you. He doesn't have any space. So you need to be like, at least under this platform. A distance where you can react to anything that the character that you're fighting is can do off the stage. I mean, well, off the ledge. Now you had the right idea, even though you messed up, right? You didn't get that. Don't jump towards Joker. Don't ever jump towards Joker like this, because most likely you're gonna get shot. So in this case, you can run towards the center of the stage. So that way, if he tries to chase you and land, you be in front of Joker, and you can punish his landing with a bear, depending on where you are, or side B. Just be worried that depending on how he does the gun, I believe Joker can auto cancel it. So you got a side B, you have to time it before he touches the floor, right? So even the little bit of landing leg that he had, I'm not sure what the number is. Like, at least you'll be able to punish him on his landing leg. But if you try to react to him as he's landing, like the landing leg, he might be able to block and move out the way, whatever. But yeah, don't jump to the Joker. Don't do that. Not a mistake here. Okay, you got him here. You mess this up. He jumps. Again, I will be around here or at least behind the platform. Okay, he burned his double jump. So he's either gonna come down with an air dodge, a counter. If he's in the air, most likely with the gun. So he lands here. You move out the way. In this case, maybe you could have ground float bear, or if you sense that he was gonna attack, you could have done this, and then as he's coming down, it's a dash attack. But again, you don't know what he's gonna do. So in this case, what you did here was good. But then you decide to keep running because he's blocking now. He's afraid of you. You decide to keep running. You're in the center stage, and now you go back. So it went from you having the advantage, even though you didn't get the hit and he landed. It went from you having the advantage because you had stage control to you somewhat being at a disadvantage because now you don't got stage control, right? And now you do this. So now you're kind of on the defensive. You put yourself more to the corner. And Joker messes up here too, because now he kind of pulls back a little bit where he doesn't have to. And he probably could have punished you for pulling out the sternum. So yeah, you basically gave up stage control here for free. if Joker's in the air, do not use the shield. Do not use, or actually, you probably thought he was gonna side B. But yeah, if he's in the air like that, if you got a turnip in your hand, here you could probably just toss the turnip upward. So like this position right here, right? Toss it up. If you see him like this, right, there's no need for you to block. But you probably thought he would come down with an area. If you come down with an area, just move out the way. There's no need for you to block. Do not give your opponent free shield pressure when they're in the air coming down. Especially when you put them at a disadvantage. You put them up there. You're the one that did that. They're up there now because you hit them. So don't. So in this case, if you see him drifting towards you, throw the turnip upward. Probably would have hit him because he probably wasn't even going to expect it. Instead, you move out the way and you do this, which didn't really get much out of it. Yeah, see the floating thing I was saying earlier, which I think I said earlier, but yeah, you tend to like float like that a lot. You keep yourself stationary, or the way you're approaching is mostly like floating. Most of your approaches are from the air, so you gotta throw some ground movement. Because right now you're too slow and too stationary. And another thing, doing that, landing there. I mentioned this before, but out of hit stun, a lot of people, especially when the opponent's getting close, they like to match out with an attack. In this case, with Peach and Daisy, most common thing I see them do is there. So usually in a situation like this with me, when I'm doing the ditto, I would just go to where Joker is, run towards where Joker is, and don't do anything. Just stand there and look at you. Cause you're no threat to me. If you do a fair, I have no need to block because it's not gonna hit me. If you do a dare like this, the moment I see that, I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna punish you out of the animation. So you're still gonna be in the animation. I'm gonna just hit you out of it or time the landing lag and just punish you. You can't do anything. But a lot of Peach and Daisy players, they love doing that a lot. They love to dare to hit stun. And I literally just wait for it. Yeah, see, most of your approaches, like, you keep jumping, want to jump towards. If character that got projectile, look, see? Doing all that float stuff, and Joker, he's over here. That's until you toss your turnip. You got to fight with your turnip in your hand more. See? He's retreating, doing that. You decide to pull back and do that. So you're doing all this floating stuff when he was retreating. And look what that did. And then again, out of hit stun. See, I would have kept running towards you. He stopped. Then he decides to keep running towards you. I probably would have dash, just tap the stick forward again. So I'll be right like under the platform. So that way, if you do that, I'd be in the right position to punish you out of the animation. I've seen like top players. I'm telling you, I see top players do that. Top Peach Daisy players, they do that, and they end up losing the stock, giving the opponent free damage, which adds up later to their death, or they lose the match. They lose tournament set because of that. Oh no, this is bad. Do not do this. Don't ever do this. Because all the player has to do is just wait. See where Joker's standing? He can just stay right there. So the moment you go over the ledge and you start falling over the ledge, Joker is in a perfect spot to where he doesn't need to block. He probably just walk a little bit forward or run back and then towards you, where if you were to air dodge or attack, he can punish you. So all he has to do is wait. A lot of Peach and Daisy players, they do this because they want the opponent to chase them, or see if they chase them, and then they just move out the way and get back onto the stage for free. All the opponent has to do is wait. And surprisingly, a lot of people don't wait. Like, even high-level gameplay, I see Peach players do this, and the opponent just let them do it. Or they just go and chase them, and then the Peach Daisy player, they get back onto the stage for free. Because they don't wait. That's the answer. Literally just wait. You're putting yourself in danger. Luckily for you, the opponent did it. They were like doing a bit too much. See, all this fancy movement tech, if you're doing it for like no reason, you give away free damage. or you end up taking damage. And why did you die here? You didn't. You were doing fair. Yeah, you gotta lay off the fairs. Yeah, see, you coming through with fairs, and then you really went for a grab. Yeah, see how you're floating like this? You're floating like this, and you're not doing nothing with it. And then you think you try to float again or something, and then boom. Yeah, you're a bit too slow. You gotta utilize ground movement with your floating. See, you looked at her for a minute. I don't know what was up, and then you immediately toss the turnip. You gotta fight with a turnip in your hand more. Like, don't just toss it right away. Like, I tell people, when they have a turnip in their hand, treat it like it's a bomb or a stitch face. Cause you know damn well you ain't gonna throw it right away. You're gonna be treating that bomb or stitch face like it's your newborn baby. Yeah, so see how you're not getting anything out of this? Like, so you let me see right here. You jump, right? You get nothing. You jump, you try to approach him and try to hit him, you get nothing. Right? Cause one, you're doing it way too high. And two, jumping and doing that, you're too slow. You're not gonna hit him. People can react to it. Again, they can either just beat you to the punch, go up there and hit you, or just move out the way like Joker's doing. So approaching like this, and then with the fairs too. Yeah, see here, another example. I see you floating like this. He either run under you or jump at you, or if anything, just stay with Jokers and like just wait. Cause you have to calm down. See, I mean, though granted, in a situation like this is not really too bad, cause you got to turn up your hand and he has to guess what you're gonna do. But yeah, either way, you know, floating like that, just lay off it. Don't do that so much. Like, if you're gonna float, do something with it. Yeah, see, most of your approach are from the air. See how you're not getting anything out of it? Look, like right here. You approach them like that. Again, doing this, people can see it. So you do that. Don't get the hit. Try to do it again. So he pulled away and uses the projectile to cover himself, and you get hit. Yeah, see, this is too slow, and look. See, people can react to that. He could have parried you, if anything, and just punish you hard for that. Look, you see how you're moving like this? This is what you need to be doing. Mix that up with your floating. See? Do this. Right there. That, left and right. And you can mix that up with like floating. You do a quick ground float and let go and mix that up with the dashing along with the aerial approaches that you're doing. Do that in neutral. Literally mix and match those things in neutral. That's it. You can use that to approach in the ground, the air, and then the opponent can't tell how you're going to approach, especially when you got a turnip in your hand. Because you can fight with a turnip in your hand. You can use your arrows with an item. But see, the moment Joker goes off the platform, you start moving slow again. This is exactly why. Perfect example why I tell people do not match out a hit stun. This is exactly why I say it. Especially at a percent when the opponent can catch up on you. So in this case with Peach and Daisy, when I fight them and they get hit, I always expect them to dare to hit stun. Because I see it all the time. No matter what skill level, low level, mid level, high level, pro level, I see it all the time. And I tell people don't do that. And this is why. So the Joker's like right here, waiting for you to do something. You do the dare. You're not going to hit Joker from there. But since people don't like staying in tumble, and they think they have to get out of hit stun for whatever reason, I don't know why, people are afraid of being tumble. You can do anything out of tumble. Anything. Attack, jump, air dodge, you can do anything out of tumble. But because of that, you lost your stock. So yep. Okay, good pressure on shield. Good Joker, he's not gonna punch you for that. Doesn't have anything fast enough. But yeah, so far your approaching needs to be fixing. I know that feel. I think he meant to up B. I'm gonna assume that. But why did this lead to this? See, I would have drifted away. You could have drifted away a little bit. There was no need to like air dodge. Right. I usually would drift away and you still have a jump. So you could probably jump side B onto the stage. Or jump grab the ledge. Or jump recover low. Or if anything, jump, float for like half a second, cancel it, and then go down. But even then, like the float, it's like a mix up of situational, because in case you get hit off the ledge for whatever reason, you still have your float. But yeah, you could have just pulled away and then grabbed the ledge. You wouldn't be in this situation. Then you jump back. I would have just immediately up B. But the fact that you jump back put you in this crap situation, though this is a tech error. So yeah. Okay, next match. Okay, A. You done goofed. Don't do this. Made a mistake here. You don't get the head, right? You see where you are? You could be right here. My mouse, excuse me. My mouse is on Peach, right? And then my mouse is gonna be under the platform, like around here. So you could be with Peaches or around here under this platform. So that way, if Joker was to jump off the ledge or roll onto the stage, just do a regular attack, whatever it is, you have him in the corner, you got all the space, and now it's stage control. So you got him near the ledge, right? So anything he does, you can react to it, and depending on what he does, you can punish him for it. But the fact that he did this, he basically got back onto the stage for free. Even if he doesn't attack you, like, you probably double jump and land here, whatever, around the platform. So yeah. If you hit your opponent off the stage and they grab the ledge, do not pick up a turnip. Because even if they don't punish you, they get back onto the stage basically for free. Or if not, you make it easier for them to get back on with little to no effort. Yeah, see that? This is what, coming down one from tech. You haven't been doing it too much, so I won't give you flack for it. But yeah, this is why you don't do that. Because you see, people can react to it. You go near them, they think you're gonna do something aggressive. So they're gonna get ready for said aggressive option. You got close, Joker sees you getting close, he's like, oh snap, she gonna come at me with something, I'm gonna move out the way. You came at him with something, he moves out the way, he tosses the turnip in your face, and you get kicked. You're not having a good time right now. And then here, Joker should have waited. Same way I say you waited, there was no need for Joker to go out there. Literally wait, burn a resource. See if you jump, air dodge, or in this case, use your float. That's what I would have done. The moment I see this, granted, it looked like he saw it and tried to hit you. But still, either way, I would have waited a bit more. But granted, for the Joker, it looked like he saw you doing that. He tried to hit you with a turnip, but his aim was just not there. Yeah, you're way too. Yeah, your movement needs to be stepped up a little bit. You're kind of a bit too slow. Like you're stationary. You're in one spot for too long. See, not in a situation like that. This is a good use of floating because you see him there. So situations like this, yes, float stall because he's going deep trying to get you. So yeah, situations like that, use the float, stall with it. See, another example. This is why Peach and Daisy players have this habit of wanting to use float and stall with it. This is exactly why. No matter skill level, top level players, they do this. This is why. Because look, you're floating like this. All the Joker has to do is wait. Do not chase. If anything, you could probably just jump and angle the projectile at you. But either way, all the player has to do is wait. Burn the float. And just see how you're going to recover. Depending, you might panic to an air dodge. Might try to float onto the stage. Either way, just float. Peach and Daily players do this because they want the opponent to swing at them so they can evade. And while they're in the animation of attacking or recovering from their attack animation, they can get onto the stage with not much trouble. So he decides to do this. You pull away. Now you get back onto the stage for free. And this tends to happen a lot. That's why Peach and Daisy players have the habit of doing that. And then when they fight someone who waits and punishes them, it's going to be hard for them to switch up because in this situation, they get away with this too much. So it becomes a habit. Then when they have to stop, it's going to be hard for them to stop. You don't kill habits overnight. But yeah, that's why Peach and Daisy players have the habit of doing that. Because the people that they fight, they let them get away with it. And then when they play with people that know better, well, you know, they're going to be crying. Oh, and this is bad. Don't ever do this again. This is what we don't do, right? Don't do this again. So you decide to burn your float all the way up there and then land center stage. This is bad because now you basically burnt all your resources. So all you can do now is just fall. And if Joker just waits and stay around your landing zone, basically stay under you, you're screwed. What are you gonna do? Dare? He can just move out the way and then punish you. If you come down with any option, you can just move out the way, microspace, land around your landing zone, you do an attack and then punish you out the animation. Or if not, at worst, punish your landing leg. See, you're doing too much. They wouldn't even really be on the platform. He could have stood on the platform. But yeah, he could have just stood right here where he was, and he decides to chase you instead of waiting, right? He could have waited here. And he could have punished you for that air dodge. But see, this is why Peach and Daisy players do it, because people don't wait. And they get away with this. Exactly why. And then when they fight players that are patient and just wait because you put yourself at a disadvantage, as I said earlier, you're going to get hit, and then it's going to be hard for you to switch up because it's in your muscle memory. It's a habit. Yeah, see how you're approaching like that? Like, majority of the time you like to approach in the air. So yeah, that needs to be toned down a little. Okay. Alright. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, see, you need to move. You gotta move more, man. See, like doing this, floating like that, no, man. Move in and out. Like, I get the idea how you like waiting for something and baiting, but the way you're doing it, it's not really doing much, and you're slow. And you floating like that while Joker's on the ground, he's faster than you. You're not gonna catch Joker doing that. He can just go in and out. Pretty much just about every character in the game is faster than you. Like running on the ground, just moving on the ground in general, while you're floating like that. Oh, messed up there. Okay. Okay, almost. You need to be careful with them. You're faring too much at percents where you can't afford it. When you do something, when you're about to do something that's a bit slow or hard commitment, in this case the fair, look at your percent and ask yourself, is it worth? In this case, no. And this is a perfect example where I say, you know, don't just be patient. Don't land near the opponent. You try to. You tried this once before this match and you didn't get punished. I think at least twice. So like, oh, I didn't get punished. I could do it, and it wasn't even worth it. Because if you hit Joker, he's not gonna die from that there. But if he hits you, well, you already know what happened. Yeah, so this is what I was saying. You gotta look at your percent and see if things are worth. See, you approach him with there like this. Look, Joker's over here. That's nothing. Okay, he can react to that. He can pull away. And then after that, you did a landing there. And Joker's not near you. So I feel like a lot of time people, they do stuff like a flow chart, like the typical floating there, it's like nair, and they don't really pay attention to the position of where they are in the opponent. They just do it. So you gotta like program your brain to like pay more like attention. But you also don't, again, you said you weren't getting nothing. Don't approach like that. And also, see how Joker is shooting you too? Because like you're too slow and you keep trying to approach him in the air. So see, you get shot here. You go in the air. He shoots you as you land. Like, see? It's not, can't be approaching like that. In this matchup with Joker, again, he can shoot you. Depending on the character, they have proper options to cover that. Especially if they got a projectile. You see that? The way you float, see? You're floating like this and you're not getting anything out of it. You float like that, then you pull back. And you did it twice. See, you did that. Luckily for you, you didn't get hit. You pull back. You float towards him, pull back again, and then you run away. And then you go in again. See, you're not getting anything out of that. See, again, with the jumping, floating, and nothing. About 10 seconds. Nothing. Until he decides to commit a bit too hard, I think. And, you know, you got the land there on him. So you picking up turns at the wrong time. A, one more. Okay, that's it. If Joker's in the air like that, there's no need to block. If you think he's gonna shoot you with the gun, just move. But the fact that you're blocking, again, you're in one spot for too long. A. Okay. Also, in a case like this, don't throw the turn up right away. Like right here. You see? Just wait till he gets a bit closer. Or either toss it down or Z drop. Because that stuff like that could work, but it's inconsistent. Like I had a habit of doing that. So I'm talking from experience. It's inconsistent. At times just don't. Just hold on to the turn up. And once they get close, well, you gotta turn up in your hand. They think you're gonna toss it. You know, wait for reaction. So they jump, air dodge, counter, whatever. And then punish accordingly if you can. Okay, game 3. So we already talked about this. The way you're approaching like that is not good. Because the opponent can just, like right here. Joker didn't even need to block. He could have just moved out the way as you come towards him. React to it. Do this. And, you know, you could have got punished. But you crossed him up. See, approaching that way, look, see? Perfect example. You got nothing. You got nothing out of this. See, just floating there approach. People can see that. And you're not that fat. It can move out the way. So you did a floating there once. Nothing. You did it again. Who freaking went under you? You did it again. He pulled away. See, look, you got nothing. I tell people, floating there like that, especially at ranges where the opponent can react, nothing. And also, you put yourself at a disadvantage by doing that. You could be in a neutral state, and then the moment you do that, you're at a disadvantage. All the opponent has to do is just go near you while you're in the air. And if you come down with an attack, they be in the right distance where you can't hit them. There's no need for them to block, and they punish you while you're attacking coming down. And if they don't punish you out of the attack animation, they punish your landing leg. Dash attack probably would have been better there. But yeah, so from overall, what I'm seeing here, you're approaching, it needs to be fixed. Like, you need to utilize more ground movement, as I said earlier. You utilize that. Fight more with a turnip in your hand. Stop doing that. You weren't doing it as much earlier, but now, I think like since the second game, it's been popping out more and it's putting you in danger. Yeah, you need to fight with a turnip in your hand more. This is actually good. Gotta be careful floating like that though. But I don't think a get up attack would even hit you. So he did this, right? I would have backed away a little bit more and did the bear, just in case. But either way, it's fine. Then you decide to block. So yeah, he landed for free. In an instance like this, again, don't try to up air him. Literally, you could have timed the dash attack and punished his landing, or even punish him for even touch the floor. But yeah, don't do that. Okay. Nice. Oh, good try. Good try. Okay, you got the up air. All right. Yeah, see? So I told you where you move it. You could have pulled away, and you decide to still ain't moving. And now you block after he just got out of his shield, I believe. And now you do this, and then you get hit. See? It went from neutral from you putting yourself at a disadvantage. Because you're always in like one spot for too long. You're too stationary. Yeah, see, you're doing too much. Like, you did what, 3 down tilts there? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, see, and he wasn't even that close. He was on the other side. Then when I see people do stuff like that, they just hope that the opponent goes into it. And like, not just down tilt, it's just in general, when people just like tossing attacks out like stationary over and over, they just hope like, oh, I hope my opponent runs into it, because yeah. But in this case with Peach and Daisy, if I see a down tilt like that, it's most likely like, yeah, they want the opponent to go into it. That's usually the most common reason. And see, now you're starting to die for this. Okay, he's catching on. You keep doing there. It's probably like the second or third time you died for that. That's why I tell people, go for the ledge. You would have been fine if you would have went for the ledge. Okay, now the Joker is moving. And he's covering all your options. Now he is moving. Went for the grab. That's why he got hit. But either way, he was applying good corner pressure. See, now you're having a hard time hitting the Joker, because he's moving a bit more from what it seems. And him playing like this, the way you're approaching, you're gonna have a hard time hitting him. Okay. See, you keep hitting yourself in the corner too much. Which I've had this habit too. Like running towards the corner. I've had this habit, and I'm killing it. Okay. Real quick. You see? Joker doesn't have to do that. Again, they could just wait. But, you know, I already explained this. But, yeah, now you know why this is bad. I already explained why. And why people have this habit, because what Joker's doing. But he did manage to hit you, so. Granted, he was probably waiting for you to do that. Since he sees it, he knows you're going to stall. Like, here, now, at this point, Joker should have waited. There's no need for him to go up there. And I already explained why. That whole situation. Like, why it's bad. I already explained, so. Yeah, he could have waited for you to dare. Because, again, I always expect Peach and Daisy players to do that out of hits and just dare. He'll wait for you to dare and then just punch you out of it. Okay. Yeah, he actually waited for you to side step because you either in one spot for too long or you're too defensive. So right there, let me look at it again. I think that was a call out. Okay, so you're here, right? You do that. Yeah, he jumped to base some type of reaction out of you. And then he did a falling aerial and hit you. And that's it. So yeah. So overall, your approaching needs to be fixed. You need to fight with a turn up in your hand more. Stop landing on top of the opponent with air attacks. Stop floating, like burning your floats, like stalling and then trying to land, because you're getting punished for that. Especially this match when you like float stalling, he just went up there and threw his projectile at you, right? So stop that. Yeah, you utilize more ground movement. Like few matches ago, I think it was the last match, you were actually doing it. Like between stocks, you were showcasing it and then you just stopped. But yeah, add that with the floating. Majority of the times, you're floating from the air, doing a lot of air approaches, and you saw it was like 10 seconds of you approaching, floating in the air, and Joker's just getting away from you. You weren't getting anything. You couldn't even hit him. It was like 10-15 seconds. So yeah, and there was probably more, but yeah, I already mentioned it throughout all these matches. So yeah, there you go. So that is the advice that I have. So just remember it, practice, and then next time you fight this Joker, you send him to lose the bracket. And that is it for this video. So hope this was helpful for you, as well as anybody else watching this. Hope you guys learned something. And I will see you in the next one. So thanks to everyone that subscribed recently, my new subscribers, as well as my veteran subscribers that have been with your boy for a while. Appreciate it. And until next time, my friends. Bye-bye.